Okay, guys, so let's get started with our smoked pork chop rice. This is a very tasty recipe. I'm letting you know right now. So this is our smoked pork chop. Okay, they are beautiful and smell great as well. All right. So here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut up one of my pork chop into small pieces. You could have as many pork chops as you like, guys. If you want your pieces bigger, you cut them bigger. It's all preference here. Okay. The final thing that you want is that taste that. And this is one tasty recipe. I'm letting you know right now. Okay. So here, guys, I just add a little bit of cooking oil. And I'm going to let this pork chop stir fry on medium low, guys. Make sure your fire is on medium low through the whole process. You want your pork chop to get brownish and the bottom of that pot to get brownish, because I'm telling you, that is going to, all that brownish stuff is going to give your rice such a wonderful flavor. As you can see, this is what I want right here. So here I'm adding some diced up onion, green and red bell pepper, all right? And we are going to continue to let this stir fry on medium low. Okay, I cannot say that enough, because this recipe, you got to give it some love, but I promise you it's going to give it right back to you. Okay, guys? So here I crushed some oregano. I added some fresh thyme. I'm adding a little bit of onion and garlic powder. All right. My black pepper. Y'all know I like my black pepper, guys. And it's so good in this rice. And here I'm adding about a tablespoon of liquid smoke. And I'm adding 1 envelope of ham bouillon. All right, and we are going to stir this and let it cook slowly. Guy, I'm so excited about this recipe because this recipe came out so good. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, that like button, and also that bell icon that's gonna let you know every time I upload a new video. Don't forget that bell icon, guys. So as you can see, I added 2 bay leaves, and now I'm adding some sliced olives. If you do not like olives, you don't have to add it to it, but I promise you, you are missing out. Okay. So after I let it stir fry for at least 3 to 4 minutes, now I'm adding my fresh crushed garlic. And now about 3 to 4 tablespoons of sofrito, guys. If you don't know how to make sofrito, I also got that recipe on my channel. Go check it out, and I will show you how to make it, okay? And the fragrance in my kitchen, guys, you could only imagine. Imagine, okay? And now I'm adding 2 cups of parboiled rice. And now, again, the fire is still on medium low, guys, on medium low. And I'm going to do this process right here. It's almost like roasting the rice, which is going to grab all those wonderful flavors. And it's just engraved better in the rice. When you roast your rice a little bit before you add your liquids, I promise you this technique helps your rice come out so flavorful, you would not regret it. So give it some love, and I promise you it's going to give it right back to you. So as you can see, I had let this go on about a good, I would say about 4 to 5 minutes. And I don't walk away, guys. I stir it. Now it's ready to rock and roll. So I'm adding 4 cups of water. So I just added my first 2 cups of water, and I'm stirring it, making sure all that brownness in the bottom of that pot. You want that. So now I added my other 2 cups of water. All right. And you can see I'm stirring it. I'm making sure that the bottom part is all come out. Here I'm adding about a tablespoon or so of amino acid. If you don't have amino, you could use a little bit of soy sauce. All right. And guys, every ingredients, like as you can see here, I'm tasting it, and you decide if you want more salt or anything in it. So here I'm adding last my chicken bouillon to the rice, and I tasted it before I added, so I could know if I'm only gonna use a half a package or a full package of the chicken bouillon. So while that rice is cooking, now you change the fire also medium high when you add the water, okay? So now add a little bit of black pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder, a little bit adobo on only one side of the pork chop, guys, because that's already a smoked pork chop, all right? So you don't need to add no seasoning to both sides, just one side. So while now the water had dried out, and as soon you see your water starting to dry out, you turn the fire back to low. Okay, now you turn it down to low. Not medium low, low. And we're gonna cover this bad boy. Let it cook for at least another 5-7 minutes. Now I'm gonna turn it. Look at how beautiful that rice is coming out, guys. It's not only beautiful, but this rice came out so good. Look at that. Look at that. And look at how loose the grains are because we roasted that rice. But it has that, when I tell you, this came out really good, okay? So now here I'm adding a little bit of olive oil, about a tablespoon of butter to this pan, and some rosemary. And here I sliced up some onion and red bell pepper, and we're gonna saute these. And of course, here goes my black pepper, guys. You know I gotta have a black pepper. And black pepper is also good for you guys. It's also good for you. So here I'm stir frying just a little bit because you still want a little bit of bite of that. That's just perfect right there. So I'm gonna remove the onions and the bell pepper, and I'm just gonna leave the fresh thyme in there. And as you can see, now I'm adding that pork chop. That smoked pork chop. If you never had smoked pork chop, you need to find a supermarket anywhere where they sell them to you. Usually like Spanish supermarket, you can get them. That's where I got it here in Texas. And you in Texas, they got them in Fiesta. All right. And as you can see, that only took a couple minutes for those edges to brown up. And now this pork chop is done. So now I'm going to deglaze that pan with some sherry cooking wine. Y'all already know I like my wine too, okay? And some fresh garlic, and your fire should be on low, guys. On low right now when you do this process. Because you are deglazing it. You don't want your garlic to burn. And if your pan got too hot, you just remove it from the fire. And you could add the wine and the garlic just to the hot pan alone. And I promise you, when I tell you, this is a tasty meal right here. Look at that rice. Look at how beautiful that rice is. Look at that pork chop right there. Look at that. And now you see that deglaze, that brown. Oh my God, listen. That was nothing but flavor, but layers of flavor when I tell you. And now don't forget your peppers and onion, guys. And this dish is done. This dish is done. Okay, you make this dish for anybody, you're gonna impress some folks. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you what happened. This dish, I ate it, and it was so good because you know when you eating and you watching TV, and something's so good, you keep eating it, and then all suddenly like you put your fork or your spoon on that plate, and there's nothing left, and then you look it around. Wait a minute, I know how to eat all of this. Who ate my stuff? That's what happened with this right here, okay? So give this recipe a try, guys. You are going to love it. And I will see you the next recipe. Thank you for stopping by and have a blessed day.